Hi guys. So today is Wednesday and I am officially 37 weeks and 2 days pregnant. This week started off a little rocky. I said that I wasn't going to do any more house, fix it stuff around the house and leave that to FOB. But the independent, hard-headed woman that I am decided to go against my natural gut feeling and did something that I thought was simple, turned out to be more complicated than I thought. Again, so my kitchen lights went out. Easy, right? Well, I have chandeliers in my apartment, and they're kind of, it's like the light that, and then it's got it's like a small chandelier, and I thought it was going to be easy to just fix. Light bulbs go off, put a new light bulb in, problem solved. Well, what I didn't do was get a stool, and I thought because I'm about 5'8", I thought I would just be able to reach up there, unscrew it, take the chandelier down, and still reach up and put fresh light bulbs in. Can you guys guess what happened? Well, let's say I should have got a stool. I was going to get a stool, but I'm worried about falling. I'm kind of that paranoid. I don't want to trip and fall. So I stretched up there and I touched it and I was able to unscrew it. But then the clumsy pregnant person in me juggled the little chandelier and it fell and broke all over the place. As I was making breakfast for my kids, because I make them breakfast on the days that I have off, so I was in the process of making this oatmeal, strawberry oatmeal breakfast for them with some toast and some jam, and now there's glass all over the place. So, yeah, and after that, I was just like, you know what? Just don't try to do anything, Tasha. And then on top of that, the light bulb wasn't even a traditional light bulb. It had like a funny looking back to it, which means I have to go to Lowe's and try to figure out the back for it, because it's not like the light bulbs that I have in the regular lamps. Yeah. So that's what happened with that. So now I'm down a chandelier. I'm hoping I can find it, because I don't know if anyone rents, but when maintenance comes by and they fix stuff around your apartment, they charge you a lot more than what it would cost you to do it yourself. I'm pretty sure renters out there know, if something breaks in your house, you're pretty much, if you're economical like me, you'll fix it yourself and not even bother them, because then they write you this extravagant bill for something that's like $5. I know one time the kids messed up one of the blinds and they wanted to charge me like $50 for it, and when I looked at Lowe's, I found the same blinds. They were like discontinued for like $10. So yeah, after that experience, pretty much stuff that gets broken, I have FOB, dad or brother fix. Should have did that with the light. But I am going to replace that. I'm not even going to bother calling them, because I know I've seen that same chandelier for like maybe $15, probably even less than that in Lowe's. So that was a great start to Monday. Then Tuesday was pretty much uneventful. Today was fun. Last night I was getting some pretty extreme contractions, to the point to where I was in tears. My body was kind of shaking, and they were intense. And I'm like, okay, I have an appointment with Martha, who's the name of my midwife, today at 3. But after I got out of work, they were coming every 5 minutes. So although I am going to go to the hospital to give birth to William, I am still having them do my prenatal care. So I decided to call her and ask her, I don't know if I'm in active labor yet. I don't want to go down to the hospital prematurely because I don't want to be on that table to where they hook you up to the monitor for 4 or 5 hours and then them tell me I'm not in labor and then go home and have lost 5 hours of sleep and still have to go back to work the same day. So she told me to come on down and she would check my cervix and whatnot. And by the time I got down there, which was about 10, the contractions were getting really strong and what I thought was pretty regular, about 5 minutes apart. So I asked her if she could do a check on my cervix. I tried to do it myself, but my cervix is so far back there, I couldn't even feel it. So it was kind of hard for me to check to see if I was dilating myself. I kind of figured I was, but because I couldn't feel my cervix, and I tried, yeah, I couldn't feel it. So I went in, got weighed. I gained 3 pounds in 1 week. I went from 171 to 174. And she did check. So I am dilated. I'm not very far, about 1.5 to 2 centimeters. She was feeling the contractions. So what I am feeling is real and it's not in my head, which I kind of needed some type of reassurance that I'm not going crazy, that they are actual contractions, and they are. My cervix is thin. So what I am feeling is real. The pain is real. The intensity is real. What it gets a little tricky is that it can go either way. It can happen today, or it can happen next week or the week after. It's kind of hard to tell with me only being 2 centimeters. I don't think I am going, they're not getting worse. And like I said, I left her appointment at about 10, and I don't know what time it is. It's got to be like 12. It's 12:30 now. So they have subsided somewhat. I am still getting them, but not as regularly as I was at about 8 o'clock this morning. In between 8 and 10, I was getting them very regularly, very intense. And I tried to walk it out because, you know, I don't want to stay stationary, and I kind of want to encourage the contractions, even though it still is a little bit premature. I am still technically full term. I think it's early full term, but it's still full term. And with me going to the hospital, I feel really safe that they'll be able to address any potential problems that might occur. So I am happy with my decision to go to the hospital. The home birth just was not for me this time around. It may be next time I might opt for it again, because I have done it before, but just this time it just wasn't feasible for me. So I feel pretty good about that. Her suggestion was basically stay hydrated, which isn't a problem because I'm always drinking, because I'm always thirsty. To call her if my contractions become more intense, if my water breaks, which my water is still intact, and my cervix is behind William's head. So she said it's the beginning. It's the beginning. So that could mean anything. I don't know if it's the beginning that's, leading up into today or when. It was hard for her to say, but she says you are in the beginning stages of the labor. I don't know what that means. She can't, it's kind of one of those things. She didn't want to say, yes, you're going into labor today, or yes, this is what you should do. She just told me the things to watch out for. Obviously, if my water breaks, sometimes your water doesn't break. And not everyone loses their mucus plug all at once either, because I thought that was a telltale sign too. But she says, no, you could be losing it a little bit at a time. You might not even notice it. So just, try to go home, try to go to sleep. And if you can't sleep and it's really uncomfortable and you're in a lot of pain, call her. I would call her and ask, go over my symptoms, and then she would be able to say, yes, go into the hospital, you're in the active stages, and save me about 4 hours either way. So that is the plan. My job and my family are on alert, basically. I'm getting contraction now. So they're pretty steady. Well, I don't want to say steady. They're coming. It hasn't eased up. Oh my gosh. And it's not in my head, which is a good thing. So I know what I'm feeling is real. This is real pain. I'm not delusional. But you know, who's to know? Who's to say? I guess if anyone wants to know what contraction feels like, I will go over it. What is happening right now is my stomach is getting really tight. Kind of like if you're straining to take a poop and you're like, your stomach gets really tight. It's that type of pressure. And it kind of takes your breath away. And then as you're getting the contraction, for me, it's like waves. So my stomach starts to get really tight. And then it kind of peaks. And then as it slows down, I start to get the back pain. And it starts really at the base of my spine and radiates all the way up my shoulder blade. And I can feel it every time. And then it just like peaks and stops like all the way up and branches out. And the whole process lasts maybe 30 seconds each time. And it happens pretty fast, but it happens in that order every time. And that's when that's how I know it's a contraction and it's not in my head. So just in case anyone's ever wondering, what does it feel like? That's what it feels like. That is what it feels like. It's very uncomfortable. Some of them, like I said, brought tears to my eyes. I was trying to walk. I tried to do some walking today. I went to my local nursery, plant nursery, and got some more plants for my garden and everything else like that. And as I was walking, they were getting intense. So I guess that's why they say when you're getting contractions to walk more. Yeah, I did some walking, and then enough was enough. And he hasn't been moving as much either. Normally he's very active. He's still moving. He's still alive in there. But he's not as active as he used to be. So I think it's because his head is getting further in my pelvis from what she said, and the contractions are kind of mellowing him out. So we shall see if today is the big day or if he is going to stay in house where it's nice, warm, and he's protected by a lot of fluid and all that great stuff. We'll see what he wants to do. So that was my day so far. She told me to eat, try to eat, you know, stay full or as close to full as possible. So I just got finished indulging in a nice plate of sushi. That's what I wanted. That was the protein of choice for me today, and I don't regret it. It was pretty darn good. Also, I did get one last newborn stash in. I will show you. This is it for me. I feel that I do have enough. But I wanted some more all-in-ones. So, I went to mysweetpickles.com and I got some Smart Bottoms in very good used condition. Okay, so they've been used, I guess, and then I guess people can return them if they don't like them or whatever the case is. So they've already been prepped, which is a good thing. I really don't see anything wrong with these diapers. Of course, this is my first time diapering this child, so I do not know what is excellent condition, what is very good condition. They look great to me, but I don't have an eye for stuff like that, so I don't know. Does have like a little pocket to where you can add absorbency, which I do like. And they were discounted from $20, or what these little diapers, $20 for a little diaper. I thought Apple Cheeks was pricey, but these are just as pricey. And there are people that are, I mean, just have a whole stash of these. I mean, like hundreds of them. I just wow. I got about 5 of them at a discounted price, and I was like, ooh, what am I going to sacrifice? What am I going to sell to make up for this purchase? And I don't regret it. I just need to figure out what's going to get sacrificed. So I got 2 of these. This one and this one. I know this one is Fantastic Fox. I probably will be redoing the snaps on one of these to do like a red snap change on this one, because it'll be easy, kind of like the Apple Cheeks was easy to do a snap change. This will be easy to do a snap change too. So I might do red or I might do yellow snap changes on this one. I don't know what the name of this one is. I might leave this one as is. White snaps with the little elephant. Ooh, with the little elephant on the back. I don't know what this one is either. I do not like the snaps on this. The only reason why I got this was because I knew I was going to change the snap color on this, because this lime green is just wow. It reminds me of a highlighter, and I do not like it. So I'll probably either do blue or gray to that, so that'll be fun. I don't know if I want to do it at work or if I want to do it tomorrow or what, but this is definitely going to get changed. And then this one, can't really say I like the snaps on this one either. I might change this one to a green. And this one's called Little Monster. I do not like the snaps on this one at all either. So the snaps on this one will probably get changed too. And the good thing about these versus the Apple, for the snap changes anyways, is that Apple Cheeks has a lot of snaps on there. It's like 20 snaps, so I have to go, when I see the diaper, I have to order 25 snaps, do a snap change. For this one, I have enough spare. This is like what, 2, 4, 6, 8, and then plus they're the stud ones, which I always have an excess amount, and then these. So this will be a quick, easy snap change for me. I do not like the orange, so I'm probably going to do snap change on all of these, and this will probably keep me occupied. And I did get 4. So these are the rest of my newborns stash. And if I like them, like I said, I have more of them. If I don't like them, then I'll save them for another baby. That's come up. People have been asking me at my job, and my friends and my family have been asking me, are you going to do this again? And more than likely, yes, but I'm probably really not going to address that seriously until September. Probably September, I'll start thinking about it and planning to start, if I am going to start this again, in November or December, to do this whole process again, and then I'll be done. So I don't know. my kids and my family have been asking me that, like, religiously. I don't know why everyone's so preoccupied with if I'm going to do it again or not. But more than likely, I probably will. I have enjoyed this pregnancy. Although it's been uncomfortable the last few weeks, I have enjoyed it. I feel pretty. I feel sexy. I feel privileged to do this. And very humble by the whole process of trying to get pregnant and how hard it was, and of finally being rewarded for my hard work. So yeah, I might, more than likely I will. We'll see. So that is my update, and that is what's been going on with me, guys. I am still trying to get my camera to work. I plan on taking my daughter's digital camera to record the birth, because I'll be at the hospital and they should not have a problem with it. So hopefully the footage will be on the camera. If not, you might see bits and pieces of it on my phone, which is what I'm using right now to record my YouTube videos or whatnot. But either way, some part of it should get recorded. And if you guys aren't able to see the whole birthing process, you'll be able to see William when he comes out, which is just as good, right? Alright guys, so that's my time. It's 20 minutes. I'm going to go to sleep. I'm going to see if these contractions get stronger, and I will keep you guys updated. Bye!